and acted on. As residents know, there has been activity on site and blue pipes are appeared, but no one, council chiefs included, can tell us what these are for, what was found or what action has been taken. There is nothing in planning to clarify any clarity. Is it safe to go on further Clough Head? The Environment Agency's comments November 11, 2019 raised this issue about transparency of data collected and requests more information before any work commences. The EA has flagged up concerns about the potential for contamination to the substance sited on the old landfill site at the top of Messenger Street. We don't know how the developer will respond to this. The latest plan shows that the soot sited by the main entrance road off Marsden Road South has been removed, but not the one on Messenger Street. The sheer lack of information about drainage and water flow is very concerning. Further Clough Head is crisscrossed by beds which flow down to Southfield Street and eventually into opening water. There are vital conduits for wildlife and provide irrigation to the valuable allotments. What do the developers plan to do with them? Will they block them, divert them? And what effects will their actors have levels on groundwater? Can we expect flooding, or will streams simply dry up? There is nothing in the application to explain this. No drainage plans, wastewater, sewage from United Utilities or the local flood authority. Oil mills allotments are on private land. If the developers' actions causes loss of enjoyment to allotment holders by limiting their access to water or causing land to flood, might there not be legal consequences? The Allotment Association is taking advice on this and will be asking to see all resident plans. Any replies from the committee, if it could be done in writing, would be quite a good do. These photographs, I took these photographs, they're all dated, showing where all the streams are. Two of the streams are on the boundaries, left of Messenger Street side and right of Messenger Street side on the plan that I've shown you. They are the boundaries for Messenger Street side. The other ones show where the water leaks to and goes down into a drainage system on Southfield Street. As I said, it shows most of the water courses, some of the ones I couldn't get to because they're locked. If anybody has any inquiries, please ask me, I'll try and answer to the best of my knowledge. Thank you very much for listening. And I'll look to pass these photos. All these photographs are dated, starting from top of Messenger Street, and the positions and places are written on the back as well. Thank you.
And then finally, in terms of the speakers, Councillor Azar.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. I think colleagues from the Action Group have detailed the objections and the concerns that they've got. I just want to go back a little bit into the history when this first came out to the public. This is actually phase 1 of the 98 on total 200 homes on this site, plus the 114 homes or so on everything else on the site, which is the right application. And that's the books for 600 cars onto Borough Grounds Road. Both due now, there's one road in, one road out. Same with this side, one road in, one road out. And this existing estate that there is already saturated. And the houses were designed for 3 cars, or sometimes 4 cars that some homes have. There are issues with water pressure. There's other issues which are now being to light. My concern is that there's a meeting that I think Borough Alison spoke about, a meeting back in August with the Chief Executive and 2 leaders. And I must admit, I said this before in a meeting, and I'll say it again, it's probably the worst meeting I've been to with the Chief Exec. The Chief Exec turns around and says he's not concerned about school places, he's not concerned about NHS, his job is to build houses. And even though Pendle Council is a construction company, and if it is, then they need to come out publicly, they're not doing this. And it was quite an offensive and rude meeting, and I felt very sorry for the residents who attended on behalf of the action. I would also suggest that there is a 2-track planning system here at Pendle. one planning system for Pendle, another planning system for everybody else, and I'll prove it. Here on this site, we've raised for over a year concerns about ecology and environment, and we asked for an impact assessment. We haven't had it. If there had been some other developer down at Borough or in Colne, some other big developer, it would probably be a different route. End of the day, this Pearl company is made up of Together Housing, Pendle Council, and Borough Construction. Therefore, I would expect that at least the Pendle Council element, that there would be transparency as part of this company, and there would be an open and honest discussion. I understand, Chair, that there is a £1 million, a £1.2 million grant that the government has given to put this road in, the bridge in, to access this site. The bridge should not, or the £1.2 million should not be a bribe or a noose around the residents' necks, so that whatever happens, the planning is agreed, so that you put that road in, so you've got to return the money. The well-being of the residents of Southfield and Marsden should be paramount. There are already serious concerns of speeding traffic on Borough Road. There's speeding traffic on Marsden Road, and I think the councillors of Marsden and Southfield will tell you that. And there are major concerns on the Townhouse Road. These 600 cars are going to exacerbate the situation. The comments from Lancashire County Council, and I remember the meetings there, actually are not fit for purpose. And LCC's department is completely dysfunctional, because they're saying that the roundabout is sufficient, and like Alison said, they put some skid markings down there for them to be alright, and they're showing you they will not. Yeah. In Nelson, there are no school places. In London, St John's, there are no school places available. I've been with a number of parents who appeal for school places, and when they have been granted them, it's normally under circumstances that someone has left the area and there's a place available, and then that is allocated. Children from that very area of Southfield are being ferried by taxi, paid for on the whole by Lancashire County Council, to Colne, Borough, and in some cases from Nelson are being carried to Earby, to schools there, because there is no school places. And hence there isn't even anything here for additional school places on this development compared to the one further down into Nelson's. I believe there has to be an environmental impact assessment. What the concerns that the residents raised, and the action raised at the area committee a few weeks ago, still haven't been answered. There's lots of grey areas, and I believe that this application should be deferred until all that information is available in the public domain. One of the other things which we were trying to get, and I know the Chair, you facilitated a number of meetings, and I thank you for that, were meetings with Lancashire County Council here in Pendle to talk about a land swap. There's a piece of land that Lancashire County Council has allocated as a site for a future school, and that is the old Mansfield School site in Granite Field. And what we tried to do was to try and get Lancashire County Council to do a land swap, so they could actually people in Granite Field around that site want housing development on it. It's overgrown and is a mess. But Lancashire County Council will not do that, so that now means, because they won't do it, there's no land swap, it goes back to square one. Again, it's got outline plan for housing. There's a number of things that have been said by other speakers about conditions that need to be put in to safeguard residents and to safeguard lives in that area. But before you even get to that process, all the questions around the badgers, the environmental issues, the topography, the archaeological sites, the sinkholes that exist on that site, that are appearing on a weekly basis, that are not mentioned and are sort of almost dismissed by the Pendle's planning committee, need to be addressed, because this is not an application, if you reject, is going to go to appeal to the inspector because it's your application. And I believe that Pendle Council has a duty to make sure that the well-being of the community is held, or at least enhanced. But if you can't do that, at least wait. And if at the end of this process, more information comes to light, and you have to give a grant for £1.2 million back to the government, so be it. But the health and well-being of the people of Marsden and Southfield is more important than £1 million.
Planning indication from two Southfield Ward councillors who indicated they wish to address the so I'll bring them in first.
Excuse me, sorry, my name's not on the list. Well, like to make some points, please, for that permission.
I'm sorry, if you didn't give your name in, I can't allow.
Well, actually,
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Your document states that I can't ask for permission and it can't be given.
Yeah.
So you're curtailing me.
I'm not curtailing you because if I allow you to speak, then there'll be other people that are sat here that want to.
It sounds like a good pressing argument.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but it's my decision that I'm not going to allow any further speakers. I've had indication from two South.
Sir, I believe my name was on the list too.
Sorry, yeah, Jennifer. I do apologise. Jennifer Oxley.
Thank you. Good evening all. As noted in the planning officer's report, the principal of building 200 houses on this site was granted approval in 2017. This evening, we're here to consider the details of the reserve matters application for the third landscape. This relates specifically to appearance, landscaping and scale. Prior to finalising the scheme, there is a public consultation event in July 2019, more data local residents attended, at which point we collected comments and information in the form of questionnaires. Many of the comments received related to the issues included in the outline planning approval and are not relevant to this reserve matters application. Following the consultation, we made changes to the site layout and house type designs alongside that feedback from the public. This development is intended to be an attractive, high quality development to support Nelson's current and future generations.
Very subjective.
For a variety of houses. These will predominantly feature modern materials that are chosen for their longevity and their robustness. The crisp.
Sorry, I'd like to listen to what the lady got to say.
The crisp white render, contrasting composite cladding, are not found in surrounding houses. Instead of emulating the past in pastiche form, we are looking to the present day and the future for our inspiration. However, the site's complex out of significance and added significance adjacent to the conservation area is not lost from us. The external site features, boundary treatments and screen furniture. They will be selected to soften that modern style to reflect the characteristics of the conservation area. This includes stone walls and hedgerow boundaries, which came up in an earlier comment about the heritage table. The site is low density arrangement of cul-de-sacs, access from Central Spine Road off the Master Paul Road site. Each property will have at least 2 parking spaces in accordance with local requirements, and there'll be areas of open space that are used to create a series of communities that relate to each other in small clusters. The creation of these neighbourhoods will prevent the site from seeming like one uniform how to navigate a housing development. View beyond Nelson to Pendle Hill will be retained in places between the houses, which is similar to that found elsewhere in the towns. Several open space areas are retained on the site with appropriate landscaping to provide attractive parks used by the residents and touring walks. The existing public rights of way across the site will be maintained throughout the proposed development. The developed site will be largely screened from the surrounding areas by the existing landform, trees and buildings. Existing boundary trees will remain where possible, including a mature tree around the existing valley, plus one bed to the west. Proposed to build a range of 2, 3 and 4 bedroom homes, including both houses and villas, and across the full site will be a minimum of 20% affordable homes. This mix of homes will assist local first-time buyers drawn to the market, families to expand and local residents to downsize. The site does have a steep natural topography that characteristics of the surrounding countryside. Therefore, the houses have been specially designed to work with the site's existing contours and not to destroy the natural hillside. A variety of 1, 2 and 3-storey houses are proposed. They do not house character in the residential area, and the diversity will provide for the interesting market. Following the action approval, 200 houses on the site, the information that's being submitted is considered to be sufficient for a decision to be made at the conservation application stage. With any further information required, the commission is agreed.
Thank you.
It's all slipped down.
I don't like to dread from a marketing document.
Sorry, I afforded each person that spoke the courtesy of being listened to. If people want to have a debate in terms of what's been said, please you can leave the room. I've got an indication from 2 ward councillors who have indicated that we wish to address the weekend. Councillor Sheila Wicks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to start off by saying, as a borough councillor, I appreciate the council is under pressure to keep up its housing targets, and hence the wish to develop this site and others. However, as a ward councillor, I feel I also have to support residents. They've raised an awful lot of concerns, as you've heard, from them, from Councillor Ali, from the Allotment Society. And I don't think that until all the concerns are dealt with, that any planning decisions should be made. Also, on behalf of councillors at Nelson Area Committee, we were asked if we could comment on the scheme, but we didn't have a lot of the information was missing. So we didn't feel that we could make any relevant comments without all the information, which is what the residents have also requested. So I'm not going to go into all the ins and outs of the various things that residents have requested, but I'd like to say that that's why I'm speaking today, to try to get the matter resolved without rushing into a decision which could come back on us at some future date. Thank you.
Councillor Wick. Councillor Long-Ten, you've asked to address the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to begin by thanking the local residents who've spoken so eloquently tonight to express the concerns about the viability of the further Bluffhead development. Concerns which I, as a Southfield Ward Borough Councillor, share. Earlier this month, the issue was put before Nelson Area Committee for comment, and I responded that the Area Committee couldn't possibly respond because of the scant and in some cases missing information and reports which would be needed to inform a vote, and requested that this committee defer the case this evening so that it can be put back to Nelson Area Committee again once all the information is available. While some additional information has now appeared on the Pendle Borough website, there are still gaps which need to be addressed before any decision is made. I don't intend to list them all, otherwise we'd be here all night. But as an example, in previous meetings between the Chief Executive, residents and councillors, we've been assured that a badger survey has been carried out and that there are no badgers on the site, even though residents local to the area have evidence to the contrary. Residents have evidence of badger activity, but there is no evidence of a badger survey having been done. A bat survey, yes, but not a badger survey. It would seem that we are expected to rely purely on the word of the Chief Executive on this. Natural England actually suggest that for a badger survey, it should be an extended survey of up to 4 weeks and done between February and April and October and November to get true results. Badgers are of course a protected species, and under the Protection of Badgers Act 1992, it is an offence to disturb or destroy badger territory, including foraging grounds as well as sets. And if that is not possible, a licence from Natural England must be applied for and mitigation and compensation measures put into place as part of this licence. The reports which have been recently added to the paperwork for this development have also raised some further issues which we were previously unaware of, such as the discovery via aerial photography of a suspected prehistoric enclosure of unusually large size. Further investigation in order to ascertain the significance of this find has been recommended. Will this take place or will it be disregarded? At Nelson Area Committee, I requested that this application be deferred by the Policy and Resources Committee until all relevant reports were available, and that conditions be attached to the proposal, such as the upgrade of the 2 barkhouse zebra crossings to puffing crossings, and that traffic calming measures be introduced on Marsden Hall Road at its junction with Walton Lane, as the impact of additional traffic as a result of this and other proposed developments in the Southfield and Marsden areas will affect a greater area. It was also requested that the exterior design of the houses be more conducive to the surrounding environment, among other requests. I believe that a full list of these conditions were recorded at that meeting. The concerns and issues raised by the residents, ward councillors and indeed town councillors have been marginalised throughout this process. We have had to muscle our way in an attempt to get our voices heard, and even then some of our concerns have simply been waved aside. As it stands, this proposal is only half formed, and yet it is asked to be put through for approval this evening. No account has been taken of the impact on the health and well-being for the residents, for the safety of road users and pedestrians, the impact on access to health, transport and education services, or indeed to the environment, or to the loss of a much-loved and well-used amenity. I understand and appreciate the pressures being put on councils like Pendle to build more houses to offset cuts coming down from central government. But surely in an age where it is vitally important to protect our environment, and indeed councils are expected to put measures into place to protect our environment, Pendle does have a climate change working group, we should not be promoting bills such as this, which will, without doubt, have an environmental impact and increase our carbon footprint when other sites are available. I ask that this proposal not be waved through tonight, but at the very least deferred until all reports are in place, issues raised are properly addressed and conditions applied.
Councillor Whitfield, have you got a question? I'm going to ask Neil to respond to some of them.
Okay, Chairman, I've got several questions.
Shall I ask Neil
If
to-
Neil, he might answer some of them.
Chairman, thank you. A lot of issues raised there. I think one of the sentiments from that is that Pendle is insensitive to it. I don't think that is the case. We have consulted on both the outline application properly and on this application hence why we're so particularly. So I wanted to start in 2006. This isn't simply a throwaway reason for developing on this site. In 2006 we had an independent report from the planning inspector to the Pendle Council, and this site was not every bit of it, but 98% of it was allocated for housing. So that was done by the inspector Sheila Bussey, and that went through an independent examination. So this site was it's a housing site, was for housing market renewal, but it had gone through a full allocation process in terms of an inspection, having spent it was 6 weeks in a public examination process. So this is a site that hasn't been on the cards for development for many years. My maths is right, 14 years since it was allocated. Joe, my job is to advise committee here on the planning aspect of this. There are ways that is set out in statute, not Pendle Borough Council, and how you deal with planning applications. There are different planning applications which have different statuses. So you have full planning applications where all your details are given, all your designs, you grant permission, and you can put conditions on those if you haven't got certain pieces of information. You have advice on that through National Planning Policy Guidance, as well as National Planning Policy Framework, etc. You have outline applications that in law they grant planning permission. Okay, that's section 92 of the Town and Country Planning Act 1990. That hasn't changed despite all the changes we've had to the planning system. So section 92 sets out the lawful process of serving outline planning applications. That outline, any outline consent in law grants planning permission. Reserved matters is not planning permission. Reserved matters is approval of details. That's in law. That's not me saying that. That's what the law says. That then gives the council limited scope for what you deal with under a reserved matters application. Okay, so you do not, in law, revisit matters that have been approved under outline consent, because that has got planning permission. So, in this case, the access arrangements were approved under that outline planning permission. It is not, in law, right for that to be revisited. I fully get what the residents are saying. I understand your concern, but I'm advising of the legal aspects of this. So those aspects are dealt with in the outline as other aspects. I understand the concern about conditions, but again, what the law says is conditions have to be dealt with through a formal process of discharging conditions. It used to be that the council signed them off. anyone could sign them off in planning service, but now there is a lawful process. Things like drainage, there's 20 odd conditions I think on the outline consent. They don't have to come in with a reserve matter submission. I'm not just agreeing with Ms. Oxley here, but she was correct in that there are 4 matters for consideration for the reserve matters. Access has already been approved, so you've got appearance, layout, scale and landscaping. Other matters will come forward under condition, and if they are covered under condition, it's not the right lawful process to require those to be to be dealt with, because the law allows different processes. So I know you want, members of the public would like to hear that, but that is where we are in law. Chairman, so things, when you grant a planning permission, you look at the principles of it. Should it be there? What's the infrastructure requirements? What do you require of infrastructure providers? Just bear with me. Of infrastructure providers, you set those out in that consent. You don't then look at those matters of principle when you come to reserve matters submission. If you do, you're overstepping the legal boundaries of you as a planning committee. So I'm giving you members' direct advice that reserve matters are a narrow thing considering the principle of it. And unless I'm misunderstanding this, it's a principle obviously a lot of people are concerned. I won't be popular for saying this, but you can't revisit that. It's not for that to be revisited as a planning committee. There are issues around Jimmy Nelson's. Jimmy Nelson's is a separate plan application. I won't go into that, but the traffic impacts from that will have to be considered in combination with that application, as they haven't submitted a viability statement and they are preparing that now. So that is for members of the public to comment on. What the government have done is say that all viability appraisals now have to be in the public domain. They didn't used to be. That came in, I think, at the start of last year. Chairman, mention was brownfield developments. We should go there first. We've just done some statistics. It's 48% of our development last year was brownfield. That means this is how 52% on greenfield. Inevitably, there will be mixtures of sites. You'll have to have greenfield and brownfield. Point about this, we as a council went to that public inquiry on the core strategy, which is our latest point on local plan. And we put a policy to say brownfield first. That is what we want. We want to insist that developers go brownfield first. The inspector required us to take that out, because that is not national policy. Despite, as I've said, the rhetoric that's out there, it is not policy. We were made as a local authority to remove that. So you cannot require a brownfield first policy because our local planning doesn't say that. Chairman, heritage, I get that. The main issues, you've got obviously the building there, that's across, you can't really see from the site, and then you've got the conservation area, which the boundaries on here. My professional advice on that of the Heritage Officer is that the impact on that is negligible. Because of the land and the changes in levels, the rest of the conservation area, it's going to have little impact on the development. It will have some impact on the immediate surroundings, but the rest of the conservation area, the impact is going to be minimal. That's for you to debate in terms of the design here tonight. That's the advice. Archaeology. Again, you can't look at the principle of developing on here. There is a condition to say you need to do some work to record the archaeological provisions. If there have been non-archaeological remains, we do look at the Lancashire record on that. We could have required a survey at the outline stage, but the condition is the appropriate way. Chairman, members, we're talking about building standards. That is for building control. Again, the inspector we had, because of viability, wouldn't allow Pendle to require higher building standards for sustainability reasons. That is, I'm afraid, through the building regulations.